Here we go then, Circuit de Catalunya in the Group 4s. Right, here we are then, from Maritzo Tuning to Brasselton, Georgia, to the foothills of Catalunya. Here we are then at the Circuit de Catalunya for Daily Race C. Daily Race C in the Group 4s then. We've got the Racing Soft and Racing Hard tyre available with 9 times fuel wear, 3 times tyre and BOP. So for this one then, we have, as I say, 9 times fuel wear. The key for this one is to choose a car that is good at managing the fuel, run the car in a lowish power mode on the Racing Hard tyre from the start, and just don't refuel. Or we start the race on the Racing Soft tyre, run in a higher fuel mix mode, see where we get to, hit onto the Racing Hard tyre, top up the tank, and then go from there. I think what we'll do is we'll give it a go. We'll have a bit of a run then at using different strategies then for the race today. In the first race, we'll go Racing Hard tyre, no refueling, and for the second, we'll start on the Racing Soft tyre, and we'll burn through the fuel, see where we get to, and then make that pit stop. And we'll compare and contrast the different results. Could be similar, or we could have one really good result and one really bad one. We'll have to wait and see. I believe today is the first time that the Circuit de Catalunya has featured on the channel, and hopefully we'll get all this fuel saving business working for us and have some good races here today. Right, I've been around then, got a few laps done. I'll switch over then to the Racing Hard tyre and we'll go no stop and see what happens. See you in a minute. Here we are then, going from P10. Right, we'll see how long the fuel's gonna last. It is with hope the fuel will last as we get underway. Here we go then, into the first corner. Just got a Ferrari there, having a bit of a look there on the inside. Gonna get ourselves round then. I've got 3 power mix mode at the minute. Got a bit of a coming together there, just ahead of us there. Just got a Ferrari going off there. Oh, and 2 more there. 1 there just sort of going onto the grass there. 2 there going up my inside. There's one of them. The other one should be, yeah, there they are. The other one goes through there as well. And the Alpha is going to go through as well, just for good measure. Check the mirrors before we hit the brakes here for the left-hander. We're just going to nip up the inside there of the Alfa Romeo. Oh, and Mazda there has gone into the catchment there. Ferrari's there again, bit of door banging at the chicane as we complete the first lap. The first lap is complete then, and we have 8.4 laps with the fuel remaining in the tank. Got a car off there as well at the first corner. We're just going to go through there like that and into P14. So short shifting then, less power, therefore less fuel being consumed. And we'll see later in the race if other guys are going to start making pit stops, and if they do, we will no doubt move up the order. Then just a case of staying there once we get to where we get to with the fuel we have left. Going through to P13 then, the brakes are for the left-hander, just check the corners and all that. The lap 2, pit stop there just in front of us, to lap 3 then. And yeah, the fuel is definitely burning away, isn't it? Driving a bit slower than what we normally would in a race, as I say, doing our thing to save the fuel. A bit wide there, Ferrari's going to go through, and the Mitsubishi is going to be, yeah, just going through there. We're just going to sort of try to hold the place, going up the inside here, or a bit of a tap there. There's the Mazda going through there, into P14 then. It's a penalty, that's going to take us up into P14 now. I just stay on the back of the guys, and I think quite a few of them are going to be fuel saving in the race to a degree. Sort of try to overtake, but as I say, it's the additional power that would be required and the fuel to fuel that power to overtake, and it's going to take the fuel out of the tank, isn't it? A lot quicker than what we would like it to be running out at. Pit stop there then, so guys pitting then, P13, so not so bad so far then. You think there with guys making pit stops, if they're going to go onto the Racing Soft tyre, they're going to be way quicker than us, especially when they catch us. Watch the Alpha here going through the left-hander here. The Mitsubishi's going to close onto the back of us here. We are just on the outside there. We are going to take that place now. and go into P12 in the process. Guys behind saving fuel, the gap's just gone there, hasn't it? It's 2.5 seconds. Lap 5 then, and still running in power mode 3 at the moment. Finding power mode 3 so far is not consuming the fuel as much. Looks like got a bit of excess in the tank there at 5.4 laps with remaining. Just a case though, if we turn it up, all that excess is going to burn off just like that. Get to the end without the numbers, hitting 0. Just small bits here and there. Braking late for corners, turning too aggressively. All these little bits that use up fuel. But we got to lap 6 and we have just under half a tank to go through these first couple of corners, and nice and smooth on the inputs here. Proper Gran Turismo economy driving on this one then. Race leaders surely have to be running on the racing soft tyre, given they're quite far in front, aren't they? Case of really at the moment, if we can sort of just keep saving fuel, and we build up some excess that we can burn off and just sort of try to go a bit quicker in the closing stages of this race. We want to sort of hit it just so that the car is just sputtering fumes as we cross the finish line at the end. Pit stop in front then, and that's going to help us to move up a place. Does indeed into P11 then at the start of lap number 7. 3 laps left and 3.5 laps of fuel left in the tank. Does look as though the only way we are going to move up places here is by guys in front taking pit stops and then holding on as they come charging back through on the racing soft tyre, and with more fuel in the car as well. Yeah, they're going to be refueling and all. I would have thought so. They'll have more fuel in the car to then be able to run more power. Either I am driving very, very slow, or the car behind, now the car in front, has started to use up more fuel. Either way, we are down to P12, still going though, with 3 laps of fuel left in the tank then, as things stand at the moment. Lap 8, 2 to go then, and 2.6. I'm going to go to power mode 2 now. I think I've got, according to my maths anyway, I've got about 6% of excess fuel that we somehow managed to save, though that won't do as much good here as the Ferrari there is going to go through into P12. And then we've gone into power mode 2, still going to have to really watch the fuel consumption here, so sticking to the theme of short shifting and all that. Smooth inputs around these corners here. As I say, we want to use as least amount of fuel as possible. Notice there that we've just gone to less than 2 laps to go. Turn it back down to power mode 3. I've got 20%. That's 2 laps of fuel left in the tank then. We are going to be literally sputtering fumes at the finish line on this one then. So lap 9, yeah, I think we're just going to have to let this guy go. We're going to have to, we're saving fuel. We can't really mount any sort of offensive at the minute. 1.5 laps to go. I'm not sure we're going to make it. Gone right down to lean setting now. I'm sort of looking at that and sort of not sweating at the moment, but just sort of, yeah. We're going to have to get even more economic in this final lap and a bit then to make it to the finish line, which of course means we're going to very, very likely drop down a place. Yeah, there's just, we can't fight at all. We need to be saving fuel. Try to make it as easy as we can to let them through like that. 1 lap of fuel left in the car then, and we've got 4 sectors of the race. Yeah, 4 sectors to go, but here we are then. We've got the warning of 1 lap of fuel left. 4 seconds to the car behind. Let's see how quick they catch up then as we start the final lap. Nissan Silvia, not a bad car, but maybe could be a bit more in the fuel saving department then. There they are. And through they go. We're really going to have to get out and push the car over the finish line. Well, I guess we're going to find out in a minute. Corners to go then. Yeah, we should be okay for finishing then, actually. I'm going to run max power to the line, see if we can run out. We should make it. Here we are then, in P15. Oh, there we are then. We got round without having to stop. But just one of those, really. Couldn't really go anywhere. Couldn't really try to take any positions, and when quicker cars were behind us, we just had to let them go. A race totally run by the numbers, which, yeah, I'd say if you get a car that is good, that's better than the Nissan Silvia at managing its fuel, it's not a bad strategy to try, which is maybe why most of the cars in the race are Ferrari 458s. So the next race then, we'll flip the tables and go onto the racing soft tyre on the off and see what we can do. And as ever, if you do happen to enjoy my pretty average average driving at best on GT7, do like and subscribe, really do appreciate it. And if you do enjoy the fuel saving here today at Circuit de Catalunya, do let me know by dropping a like on the video and hit the bell for notifications, so you know when I upload new videos of me spinning out and crashing everywhere and running out of fuel on GT7. Right then, we'll go from racing hard to racing soft, and we'll turn up the power to the max. Let's get back in and see what happens. Here we are then, going from P7. Right, see what happens now. Now we are on the racing soft tyre, maximum power. And taking the maximum power into the first corner, trying to dodge the Ferrari there. Holding stations then in P8, say now on the racing soft tyre, maximum power. No regard to saving fuel in this one, we're just going for it. Doing so up the inside of the Ferrari then into P7. Trying to carry the speed through here on the inside to have a bit of a look there at P6. We're on the outside there for the left-hander here, a bit deep there from the Jag. Yeah, the Jag there, going a bit deep there. Go with the guys here, just really watch ourselves there. Oh, Ferrari on the inside then, and they're going to go through there. Ferrari also behind us as well. Flurry of activity then on the opening lap of this race then, into the just a bit of a thing going on there with the cars in front. Here we are on to lap 2. The fuel is burning away. Don't care about that in this one. To P8 then, down towards the first corner. Very, very late on the brakes there. I thought I was going to hit the Ferrari then. A bit of a bump there to help us round the corner there. As I say, very late on the brakes there. Didn't really help myself in that one. But here we are then going for P7. We are going to go down the inside then. There we go, past the Ferrari then into P7 then. Trying to get on the back of these three in front of us then. The brakes there. Look in that rearview mirror there to see if anyone's there, and now work it onto the back of P4. So the guys here at the front must be running on the racing soft tyre. Bit of a quicker pace being set at the front here. Well, on the back of P4 then, start of lap 3. Through we go then into P4 ourselves now. A case of they're all fuel saving actually, and I'm just sort of, yeah, go for it. Has to be said, searing pace in this one then compared to the last race, but it is going to come at a cost at some point though, but we'll worry about that as and when. Enjoy the racing as we get closer now to P3, really eating into that gap now to P3. With P3 they're going to go for a move here into the chicane section here. That's us through then into P3 then. Let's get ourselves around this corner here. This one here, end of lap 3 then, start of lap 4. We've got just over half a tank of fuel left. It's going to be lap 6. We take on, well, I'm not sure now. If we take on just enough just to get to the end, not going to be able to run in a high power mode. Take on a bit more though, we can use it up in a higher power mode, run it in a higher power mode for longer and be quicker. Start of lap 5 then, so yeah, we've got just over 2 laps of fuel left in the tank then. So yeah, end of the next lap should be when we're going to need to make our pit stop. And there's P2 then, 3.7 just in front of us there, so we're definitely gaining on them. Pretty sure the leader is going to have to stop at some point given where they are on the track and how far in front they are. Actually not quite sure we're going to have enough to go round another lap the way this is going, but we might just about be able to do it. Not as far to go to get into the pit lane what it is to get round to the start finish line. So yeah, we'll go around again. Yeah, we've got to, well, we're going to get to the end of lap 6 then, just burning through the tank. And I reckon the pit stop is going to take about at least half a minute to do. So do what we can then and really try to push this in lap. We could try to get the gap to P4 out to just over 10 seconds or maybe even 10 and a half. That'd be good. We've got to 10, nearly 11 seconds there on the car behind then, so that's good. And we'll see now what sort of gap we've managed to build for ourselves. Right, all done. 3 laps to go. Gone for 4 laps worth of fuel for this final stint. We are P13, but with the additional fuel I've got in the car, we can run the power mode 1 and catch these guys in front. Well, that's the plan anyway. We've got how long it takes to do a pit stop round there. Got ourselves onto the back of P12 already here, and onto lap 8. We are going to go through into P12 then. Got just over half a tank left in the car then, so we should be okay. And now get after the next car and get ourselves into what will be P11. Hopefully the fuel will last on power mode 1. We'll have to see. It has been used up though pretty quickly. We've got, there we are, 2.5 laps with left. Right, lap 9, 2.3 in the tank. Ourselves here down the inside of the Ferrari then into the first corner. Get it slowed down in time. Kind of get it slowed down in time. What are going on there? Right, well, we'll try to pass the Ferrari again then. One of those this race, get the strategy right, and it's not so bad. But I think with this one, yeah, with a time penalty now, we're not really going to get very far. I think the fuel is wearing down a bit as well, and it's wearing down a bit quicker than what I thought it was going to wear down at. Here we are then, on to the final lap, and yeah, we should be okay to get round. Try to get P11 if we can. I think the take home from this one then is to get a car that doesn't use fuel up as much as others. Right, going to move here on P11. Oh, a bit defensive there. We're just going to stay behind then, going through this right-hander here, get a run onto the back straight, down towards the braking zone. We are on the outside. Just going to check our mirrors there. There they are. Just follow it around here like that. So around the outside. Nah, I'm going to say chance around the outside, but nah, we're not really poised at the moment to do that. Yeah, we've got enough fuel in the tank. Get ourselves round. Oh, we're going to try maybe in the final corner. A bit scruffy there off the exit there, but I'm still not over yet. Get drag finish to the finish line where we're going to be. And that is P11 then. Good race there. I have to say though, this and Sylvia, perhaps not the best car for managing 9 times fuel wear, but we got round, had a go on different strategies, and on the whole, enjoyed it. Good race this one. Might come back to it at some point, maybe try the 458 or something like that. A car that's a bit better on managing fuel by the look of it. And we'll see where we go from there. Good racing.